everyone, welcome back. I'm back with another art journal video, and today I'm working on my small art journal, and I will be using distress oxide spray for making the background. So instead of spraying, what I'm doing is I'm taking a sponge and spritzing the spray on the sponge, and then I'll apply it to add color to the background. I find that this is a very nice way to spread the color, and I often am very terrible with spritzing directly onto the paper, so I prefer to use this indirect method of applying color. Because the lines are a bit harsh, I added a splash of water, and now I am just dabbing the sponge onto the color so as to fuse the lines. So now that you see after it's drying that the lines are not harsh and there's splatter from water, and that is creating a very nice texture. And now I'm moving on to adding some stencil texture, and for that I'm using the ice spruce distress oxide spray. And again I will be using the sponge, but as this is my first time and I didn't know how much color to take in, I end up making this big blob of iced spruce, but that's okay. I will eventually be hiding it behind a focal element. So lesson learned, and now I am being more careful. And this gives a very subtle texture to the page, and that's what I was actually aiming for. Yes, it's get very hard to know when to stop when applying texture to the base layer. Now I'm using this text stencil for adding extra texture to the page, and this time I will be using Distress Ink Black Soot to add some more variation. And preferably I be keeping the texture created from this stencil mostly on the edges of the art journal. Okay, so as you can see, the texture is applied onto the border of the page, along with giving a definition to the art journal border using again the Distress Ink Black Soot. Okay, so these are the two focal elements that I'll be using today. And as you can see that I have used a paper which has some text on it, so before applying the color onto this watch dial, I will be covering it with some gesso first. I have applied 2 layers of gesso on the watch dial. So I am starting with the purple color, and as you can see it's very subtle, so I will be building layer of the purple color onto the focal element. I will be keeping the key bronze. and with the leftover bronze or copper color, I am adding splatter on my page because why not? So here's the close-up of the dial. As you can see, I have the purple as base color and I have distressed it with some bronze or copper color, and you can see some shine of the splatters on the page. And now it's time to start collaging. So I'm first taking this textbook page and distressing its edges. And before I did the whole distressing, I thought, okay, let me first audition them, all the focal elements together, and see how I want my items to show or set on the page. So I kept struggling. I bring more ephemeras from my collection, and this suitcase ephemera was not going along with it, so I kept searching, and eventually I discarded everything except the text page with which I have started earlier. I knew that I want these small elements on the page, but I'm still figuring out how to put them on the page, and yeah, pretty confused about it. So once I have at least decided how I'm going to place the watch dial, I started distressing all the elements, and after that I wrote the quote and started placing the quote on the page too. And I was happy with the placement, but I was still not convinced about this last piece, so I discarded it, and this is how it looks after gluing up, and this is the Micron 01 pen which I have used for creating squiggly borders on the quote, and liking this splatter of the bronze color. As you can see, it's making the whole background color pop. Simple and nice. And it is because of this quote I came up with the idea of creating this whole page. So thank you guys for watching. This is it. This is the page for today. If you like it, do give it a thumbs up, share with friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.